7:14. Welcome back to the Kron 4 Morning News on this Friday morning. Fleet Week is our big story.
Oh, yeah, it has been. Looking forward to it all week long. Want to get right back out there to Marina Green, where we've got Mark and George and Will all giving us team coverage of what we can expect. There you see them all there. Let's begin, though, with Mark and George, where you guys were you had a great conversation with that relationship between, civilian and military emergency responders.
Yeah, and it really makes you think. We think about the U.S. military as so important in protecting our nation, but more importantly, protecting us here on our own shores in the case of disasters, and the coordination and the support the military provides for us, and even as we saw it in Loma Prieta.
And while our own state military, the National Guard, is available at the discretion of the governor, in order for the United States military to step in, it can only be done with presidential declaration. Let's hope that doesn't occur, although we will have the president close at hand. The big event, the air show, which starts today, this afternoon at 12:30, runs tomorrow and Sunday, and of course our live coverage of it tomorrow, Mark. One of the highlights of it is, of course, our own homegrown Patriots jet team, which is based out in Byron. And Mark, we're going to have an opportunity to speak with a couple of members of the Patriots jet team, including one of the pilots who will be flying in the air show, and they'll be joining us here later this morning.
And I know you've flown with them, and Kron 4's Vicky Liviakis. Easy for me to say. Vicky Liviakis now giving us a preview of the Patriot Air Team.
The Patriots jet team is an all-volunteer aerobatic team based in Byron, run by pilot Randy Howell, and fueled by a passion for aviation.
Fired up, and we're going to get the people in the city ready for Fleet Week.
The team of 6 Patriot jets will be taking to the skies for Fleet Week, doing their death-defying stunts for the crowds below. We visited the Patriots hangar for a sneak peek at what we can expect.
One maneuver we've been doing for years, and nobody else does it in jets, is our infamous tail slide. That's where the jet points straight up until it runs out of airspeed, and then it falls back towards the ground, tail first. It's pretty exciting to watch that in a jet airplane.
Here they are, up close, the L-39 fighter jets flown by pilots like Scratch, formerly from the Canadian Snowbirds flight team.
I actually dream that I'm flying like Superman. I just sort of skim the earth and I start flying and hovering just above the ground. I know it's showtime coming up soon. In the next couple of days, I have this dream every time.
And here at the Patriots Jet Team Foundation, they teach aviation to fledgling pilots as young as 15.
Vertical speed.
So what's your dream?
Becoming a pilot in the Air Force, and then hopefully coming here to fly for them.
But it's always safety first.
You can't go out and do loops and rolls without training with your friends trying to impress them. That's how you get hurt, right?
I had the great privilege of flying with the Patriots just a few years ago, and they actually gave me the stick to fly on my own for a few seconds. Here's my iPhone video to prove it.
You know how close we fly and how exciting that can be, but you also understand the risk that can be associated with that.
It was a total thrill, but unlike me, the Patriots jet team is a group of highly experienced jet pilots with the right stuff who, like the movie Top Gun, have a need for speed and a love of flying up in the clouds.
Not a problem.
In Byron, Vicky Liviakis, Kron 4 News.
Vicky Liviakis, I said it.
Yes.
She's giving us a great preview there. And you've flown with them before, and they're an amazing team. They really are.
They really are, as we learned in that. Randy Howell, who's a former U.S. Air Force pilot, former United Airlines pilot. He started the Patriots jet team. And, Mark, he's recruited from the best. And as he likes to say, I like to get the people that have been very well trained. So members of the Patriots jet team are former members of the U.S. Air Force flight demonstration team, the Thunderbirds, also a former member of the Canadian Snowbirds. And, again, we'll be talking with them later this morning.
And we've been talking about the humanitarian village. Let's get a first-hand look right now with Kron 4's Will Tran.
Well, you know what? We talked about the Blue Angels. They said if you fly, don't eat, just eat bananas and crackers, and that's it. But if you need to eat, guess what? They have a kitchen here. They're not going to cook, but they could if they wanted to. I'm inside. This is the Marina Green. It is fully operational. It's called EFK Expeditionary Field Kitchen. This is what the military brings out for emergencies. This is not what they do, obviously, on base. If they have a kitchen in a building, they'll use that. But for disasters, if they need to take care of the victims and the workers, this is available to them. This is, I'm telling you, restaurant quality. The items here, you probably will see in some of the more sophisticated, some of the fancier restaurants. This is just one of many things down here at the Marina Green that you can walk through, check out, take some photos, and you can see over here. It's pretty big. That's one side of the kitchen. Here's the other side, the prepping that goes on. So this is something that you don't see unless you're part of the military, and this is something that Yolius Evans and I were talking. This is one way if you feel like an older person, maybe age has caught up to you, and you want to feel a little bit younger, come down, because I feel like a 10-year-old. Let's step outside right now. So we go from the kitchen. This is outside from the marina, at the Marina Green. You see all the other things here as well that you can check out. This begins at 10 o'clock in the morning. The military vehicles. There's a triage. The San Francisco Fire Department, they also have a triage set up. They turned a Munibus into a triage center just in case they need to rush people to the hospitals as well. And you can see the Salvation Army. We're just scratching the surface. Here is Garth Langley, Mark, and George. You guys have been talking to him all morning, but he joins me now just to talk about some of the other things that will be coming a little bit later today. What are some of the other attractions?
Well, obviously Marina Green is fully set up now. It's ready for public tours Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This morning we've got the parade of ships that will be happening at 11. We're pretty excited about that. It's an iconic San Francisco tradition as a part of Fleet Week. Of course, later on today, the Blue Angels will be up in the skies joining a lot of the other aviation acts from 12:30 to 4. So we encourage the public to please use transportation, public transportation, to come down, enjoy the air show, enjoy the Marina Green. We also have Fleet Fest going on at Pier 80 Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 6. That's a 2-day live music and food festival. We partnered with Off the Grid and also Lyft. And so
but at this location, you said dogs are coming and then there's a military band?
That's right. This morning we've got some Marine canines that will be coming over here, and you'll have a chance to interview them. And we also have a Navy band that will be out here to entertain some of the public, and we really encourage people to come out and meet their service members that serve their country.
Is there a military song that's not just from civilian singers and not like the Star Spangled Banner? Can you think of a military song off the top of your head?
Well, I mean, the Marines hymn is one that is pretty recognizable. I think some of your crew was even singing it earlier, but
I would think Queen, We Will Rock You or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I think you'll be surprised. The Navy band they're pretty versatile, and they're going to come out here and do some pop songs and not just your typical military music.
Okay, well, I can't wait for that.
Katy Perry stuff.
Yeah, I like to see like a lieutenant doing Katy Perry. We'll just watch me roar or hear me roar. This all begins at 10 o'clock. Obviously, we have team coverage. Check me out in 30 minutes from now, guys. We'll go through the triage. It's right over there. Beautiful red. That was a Munibus. Mark, George, you might have been on it at one time or another. Now it's needed for emergencies. Back to you.
Don't sell yourself short, Will. You're a firework.
Yeah. And let's hope none of us needs it. Again, this is all available on display this morning and throughout the weekend here at the Marina Green.
So stay with us as we'll continue our coverage here and check back with us live in just a little bit. And then George and I will be hosting the air show, Blue Angels Live, here on Kron 4 starting tomorrow at 2. Guys.
I was waiting for Dannon to break into Katy Perry. You're a firework, Will.
You'll never hear
Thanks,
that.
Guy. Well, you said they were going to do all kinds of things out there today, right?
Well, I'm waiting for them
to
start
wanted handshakes and
replicating some famous scenes from Top Gun.
All right, so we'll check that out. Hopefully that's to come later on this morning. What about helping the military by buying a burger?
This is actually a cool program. I like this.
So what they can do, what you can do, is you can help celebrate our men and women in uniform by buying a burger or 2 or 10 or 100. Burger for one sailor, a Blue Angel or a Marine or a Coastie, that's $8.
Okay.
Burger for a squad, that's 20.
Okay.
That's that's $20. A battalion is $50.
Okay.
A squadron of burgers is $100. And lastly, a fleet of burgers is $150.
Who doesn't like a burger? And what a great way to say thank you than get them a burger for lunch today.
It's tax deductible, but what are you going to do with 150 burgers?
But don't just go buy a burger and walk up to a service person and hand it to them. You actually have to go to the Fleet Week website and donate through that button that you see on the screen. Make sure it all gets to where it needs to go.
Oh, okay. So don't go there and start handing out burgers.